It's a dangerous place to be if you don't have someone that is praying for you. Things happen in Calabar by God's grace. It wasn't like I messed up or something, but I was close to messing up.
Okay, so question 1 here. Person is saying, thank you for allowing God to use you for this podcast and for sharing your story. Here's my dilemma. We started this relationship on a strong spiritual foundation. I genuinely heard God about him, and I received confirmations from friends and families as well. But as life progressed, things started to shift. It became deeply engrossed in work and responsibilities, while I was also fully immersed in academics and ministry. Okay, so the guy was deeply engrossed in work and responsibility, but she, academics and ministry, and trying to impact lives. Along the line, his spiritual life took a big hit. He's been struggling badly, and it shows. Right now, I honestly feel more spiritually mature than he is. I find it hard to trust his spiritual leadership, and while I know he's teachable, he is in a phase where he is barely holding on. I want to help him, but I feel stuck, overwhelmed, and expectations of what I thought or hoped he would be by now. This man is everything I've prayed for in so many ways. He's kind, supportive, and truly my friend, but I've always desired a man who would be my spiritual covering, not one who is still trying to find his feet again. To make things more complicated, we are now dealing with a church disagreement. I was almost thinking this is a mentoring relation question. I honestly believe that coming to my church could help him find his footing spiritually, but he doesn't see it that way and doesn't seem open to it. I'm confused. I don't know what to do, and I would really appreciate your advice, sir and ma.
Thank you for that question. That's a very, very good question. There are some things you mentioned, beloved, that are very germane, and there are some words you used for him, which are Christian virtues, and those are foundational, very important. Teachability, is loving; those are foundational.
And you heard God.
And you heard God. I like the fact that you said that there was a time. So foundationally, some things are already there. You know, it might be that something happened. It might be that, for example, I can give example of people that when we were in school together, they were on fire for God. But when they left that environment and they went to Lagos, the hustle and bustle of Lagos actually choked those things. So the fact that foundationally something is there, it means there's a spark that can still happen. I like the fact that you are conscious enough to say that thing, but be careful. You are not in a position, as it were, to do anything physically. That is why it is important, like I always say, that whoever you are with should be someone that fears God. That is a non-negotiable attribute of your partner. So it means that you can buckle your knees and pray for that person. That prayer can be that, Lord, bring him to someone. It might be a mentor, it might be a pastor, it might be a friend that will be that charge, that will be that iron that will be sharpening him. But please do not physically do anything, because it is not in your place. Because ordinarily, men are egoistic. If you try to do anything, you push him away. It is very, 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 very important. But you mentioned some things that I like and I want to hold on to. Those are foundational, and those are the things that other things can be built on. You see that church thing, also do not try to make any more. I like the fact that you guys are not married yet. So a lot of things can still happen. If invite him for programs, right? You guys can even attend other programs together. But very importantly, with the fact that it will be the one that will lead you, invest prayer. There's something my wife, when we were cutting, did, and I think she was encouraged to do it by her spiritual mother, which I will never forget. When I was going to serve in Calabar, we heard a lot of things about what happens there. And I didn't even know until after I was done serving that she was praying for me.
I was keeping
not to mess up in Calabar.
I was keeping vigils every week.
It's a dangerous place to be if you don't have someone that is praying for you.
Yeah.
And to tell the truth, things happened in Calabar by God's grace. It wasn't like I messed up or something, but I was close to messing up. Perhaps, but for those prayers. So the place of you buckling your knees in prayers
Oh,
for him
so
are
good.
very, very important. There are some foundational things that I've heard you mention about him that is good.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to make hands meet, or trying to just gather resources, and you know that
So
wanting to be responsible. It might even be all of this he's doing is just so that he can even put things together so that he will come and marry you. Right? So sure you understand. So you need to play your part by
yeah.
praying for him. And some of those things you need to pray about are very simple. That God should bring him into relationship that will help fan to flame that
Yeah.
thing that was once there. It
Sure.
was there before means it can be built. You see, those other things you mentioned, for some people, they don't have it. They
Yeah.
might just be spending time looking like it, right? But denying the power of it thereof,
So
right? They will just be, you think they are spiritual, but they are just involved in all the activity of spirituality.
yeah.
And but you see, those Christian virtues are not there,
I'm telling you.
right? So
Yeah.
it is very important. It is very. I know what I'm
Oh
saying.
my
It is
God.
very important. I'll just let
Wow.
my wife say some things towards
You
it.
know, my husband has really hit the nail on the head. Please don't be swayed away by the escala, the escalo, the tongues, and all of that. I am a woman, and I know, especially when you are in ministry, you know, you're on fire for God. There is this vibe, and you know, there's a way having a man that is, you know, on fire, that is hot, that can pray like 10 hours. There's a way, you know, it can tickle your fancy and make you go like, man. But let me tell you this, those things are good, all right, beautiful. But if the man doesn't have it yet, please and please, that does not mean you should strike him out. And no, this one, I've met ladies that they were called to do ministry. They fixed their gaze on fire brothers. These fire brothers that were fixing their gaze on, most of them, you know, were sleeping around. In fact, they were even sleeping with them, you know. And then I remember, I will talk about it on another podcast. You know, I remember when I used to look at my husband, he used to do his own prayer. In fact, sometimes I didn't even know when he used to pray, but I'll be comparing him with somebody that used to tongue stroke from like Lagos to from like Lagos Island to CMS. So that's not far. From like Lagos Island to maybe Yaba. I used to compare him and all of that. And this person, so I later found out that this person was doing some sexual immoral, you know, stuffs and all. And that was when fear catch me with that. Since that day in my life, I learned never to compare my husband with anybody, you know, and just allow God, you know, raise him and build him. I mean, we got married, and I saw that there are days that this my husband is the one that is really firing me up, you know, in prayer. Is the one that is, you know, covering all up in prayers. There are days that I'm just, you know, tired, motherhood, pregnancy, child, and my husband is there to pray. So please, all of this concern that is not doing all of this, please just take it easy on him. Just be patient. And then my husband said is very, very valid. Pray for him. There's this man of God, Reverend George Adegboye. His wife was the one that was on fire. He didn't even really know so much. He said, but his wife, you know, kept praying for him and all of that. This man, they call him Walking Bible. Reverend George Adegboye. You can't find out about him. When they met, it was not, you know, the man that is. Some of you, you are looking for a ready-made package. Stop looking for a ready-made package. He's not anywhere. Okay. And there was something that I was doing then when we were cutting, and I wanted to also, you know, throw it to you too. Although my husband said don't force him and all of that, which is very true, but there are things you can do. You know, you can buy him a book, you know, yeah, a book, you know, about men, leadership, spirituality. And you say, sweetheart, can we have this book? Let's read it, or, you know, and let's go out and we'll talk about it, you know, and all of that. You can
Pay
invite
for
in
courses for
conferences.
him.
Yeah, as we had, I've paid
Register
for this
conference.
conference, so sure you will attend. This particular person, you know, is coming to say, I've paid for you, or is my gift to you, and all of that. Attend. Do you understand? There are subtle things you can do. You know, to that. It's not like you're the one that telling him, have you read your Bible today? Look at you. You're not reading your Bible. You're not praying. Don't do that, though. Don't do that. Okay. So we'll see you
All
on the
right.
next
So
episode.
for the question about church, like I said,
Yeah.
it's all even in that praying for him thing. And please, it's okay. I say this. So you cannot be the one to as it see. It's an unwritten rule. You can't be the one to determine. He's coming to marry you. Eventually, it is the church is attending. You will attend.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But that's why you are not getting married to your enemy.
Yeah.
It's a conversation. People will sit down and talk about it.
True.
So you can't have decided that this is the church.
Yes.
And so whether when you see, there are some errors you ladies make that I just wonder where you people are learning these things from.
Yeah.
You can't. He's coming to marry you. Say for example, if you were staying in Ibadan and your parents are in the north, he come there to marry you, and you have a church you're attending in the north. They don't have a branch in. Will you now say you're not following him too?
Yeah.
So that's why the place of you praying now is important.
Exactly.
And it's a conversation.
Yeah.
There's a way. Oh God, you guys should study Esther. Esther wanted to get something with the king. There are ways to this thing. There are skills to these things.
True.
Right? She wants to get something from the king. There were things she did. Before she even made the request, she had already finished the man.
Yeah.
She first prayed, fasted. Then she used food to finish the man. The man was the one just ask me now. Just ask me. The king was already indebted to Esther. That's it. You can't treat me like this and I will not bless you. It's a skill.
I'm telling you.
It's a skill.
Sometimes it's not gra.
It's a skill.
And sometimes, do you even know that you already know that this is where maybe people are not meant to be in his church, but just follow. Okay, no problem. Do you know God will so do it? I've met some ladies that, in fact, I started to hear about stories that after I've done my own foolishness, that they just followed the guy to his own church, but they knew that that's not where they are meant to be. Years later, God rerouted them. In fact, I know one today, they are not even pastors, the husband and the wife, they are now pastors of the church. The husband, they were not attending, but the lady knew that they will go back. So just trust God. Let's stop trying to help God, honestly.
Very important. Very important. I hope we did answer that question.
Yeah.
But if you still want further clarification, you can just send us a mail or just send us a direct message on Instagram.
Yeah.
We are here by God's grace, to make this journey easy for you.
Don't miss next episode, because this church disagreement matter entered underwear. Church was pulling somebody's underwear. Don't worry, you'll hear all of it on the next episode. See you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.